as the lights are illuminated above the drivers now for the Japanese Grand Prix. 5 lights now, and they are out here in Japan for the Japanese Grand Prix. Bottas, I think it is, and he just backs out massively. Now we're going to overtake him just around the outside here, and that is up into P7 already. And we're going to try and do something with Bottas here. As you can see, we might even go around the outside here as our engine's getting slightly warm. I cannot believe we managed to make that move there, around the outside of Bottas, just about keeping within track limits there. Has rejoined ahead of us here, and although, because we just lost concentration from that, we were really angry, and then we actually ran wide, and then Hulkenberg, because of us running wide, he capitalised. Now he's up into 7th place, and we're down all the way into 8th, and I just don't see us catching up with Hulkenberg. We are going to come across the line now for 8th place in the Japanese Grand Prix. But yeah, let's just hope for a better Grand Prix in Russia, the inaugural Russian Grand Prix. Hey guys, what is up? It is StopMatt998 here, and I am back with a brand new video. This is part 16 of my F1 2014 career mode series, and we are here today for the inaugural Russian Grand Prix at the Sochi Autodrome. And obviously Freddie is wanting a better result this weekend than what he got in Japan, which was pretty disappointing if we compared it to our last few results. But as you can see, we've got an R&D objective to complete to reduce engine wear by 10% to stay within 3.5 metres of the racing line for more than 85% of the lap. As you can see, we only had to do 1 lap of this, and as you can see, we did it with ease, 97.1%, and the target was only 85%. So around the final corner now, and we're going to set a 1:44 dead, which puts us fast in practice for now. We are going to go out for another time. As you can see there, we have got a Force India ahead of us, although we've only just caught him up, so I don't think he should affect our lap time too much. We go around the final corner now, perhaps getting a little bit of dirty air there, but it doesn't really matter because we still go fast with 1:41.8, and I think that meant that we were just about quicker. But as you can see at the end of practice now, we are going to change our engine, as we have been using that third engine for quite a while now. As you can see there, we did end up fast, only 700ths quicker than Rosberg, but for some reason all the other cars were so far behind. But as you can see now, skipping on into qualifying and into Q1, we are now stuck behind a Marussia of Jules Bianchi, and our engine is getting extremely hot. And as you can see, we tried to dive up the inside of Bianchi there, but we do kind of fail, and Bianchi gets back through. And yeah, we were getting kind of annoyed. Freddie was getting a bit annoyed at Bianchi here, so he did decide to sort of dive up his inside, going to this next corner, sort of giving him a taste of his own money there. But anyway, obviously this will not be our best time of the session, but as you can see, more back markers to conquer. Kobayashi just about going around the outside of him without making any contact whatsoever. But as you can see now, towards the end of the lap now, I think we're running very low on fuel here, but I think prime tyres should be good enough. I think this should be a good enough time to get us through into Q2. As you can see, we're literally running on the limit right now. We don't have much fuel left at all, but I think this time will easily be good enough, so we don't need to go on to the option tyres, which is a relief. That really does show that the Ferrari's pace is not too bad around Russia whatsoever. But guys, as you saw in my last video with that glitch, that obviously happened in this career mode, and that was really unfortunate what happened in Q2. So that does mean that we will be starting at the back of the grid due to that 10-place grid penalty. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there will be an annotation on the screen probably about a few seconds ago, and that will explain everything, why I'll be starting from the back of the grid and why I won't be showing you any more highlights from qualifying. But as you can see, they're third in Q1, but it doesn't really mean anything in the end, obviously, because now we are starting from the back of the grid because we were disqualified due to a stupid glitch, and we did get a 10-place grid penalty as a result. So yeah, that is very unfortunate, but as you can see now in the garage before the race, it's a 2-stop strategy today. We're going to be starting on the prime tyres, going to lap 10, and then doing 2 stints on the option tyres. I think that should work out. If we gain some positions at the start, we can hopefully gain on the guys ahead of us, and hopefully with those 2 option stints at the end, we should be able to overtake some AI cars. But anyway guys, wish us luck. So here we go then now on the grid in 20 seconds, starting behind the 2 Caterhams and the 2 Marussias, putting it down to the Lee mix straight away for the best start possible, and the 5 lights are about to go out now, and we are away here for the inaugural Russian Grand Prix at the Sochi Ultradrome, and we've gotten a pretty poor start, to be honest. You look at Ericsson there, a brilliant start from him, gaining on the two Marussias, but obviously going down to this first corner, we are looking to be gaining as many positions as possible. It might even be turn 2, because that was sort of a corner back then, but we're still going to say turn 1 is going to go down the inside of both Marussias and Kobayashi there, as well as Grosjean and Gutierrez, I believe, as well, and also Maldonado has also stayed ahead, actually, so has Gutierrez, but we may go around the outside of them here. As you can see now, ahead of Gutierrez, you can see the two Toro Rossos are ahead of us now. We're going to dive it down there inside, and I think one of the Toro Rossos might actually stay ahead there, although Sutil was actually forcing, I believe that was a Toro Rosso of Kvyat out wide. I'm not 100% sure there, but as you can see now, we've got Felipe Massa going slowly on the apex, and we go just around the outside of him there, although he is seemingly he is putting up a fight here, Felipe Massa, so we are going to go around the outside of him now. And we do run wide, actually, although I wouldn't say that was really an illegal manoeuvre from Freddie, because he was actually ahead of Felipe before he went into that corner. So definitely not an illegal manoeuvre. As you can see now, skipping on to lap 5, we've got a few cars battling ahead of us, including Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas, obviously our rival, obviously because he's the blue dot on the mini-map. But as you can see now, Perez goes for a move and he backs out massively, and we just about go around the outside of him without making any sort of contact, so that was incredibly lucky. And yeah, we're now up into P10, up into the points positions. Let's hope we can catch up with I think it's the two McLarens. I believe it's Bottas, and I believe it's also Nico Hülkenberg who's sort of holding up this train. Then in front of Hülkenberg is my teammate Fernando Alonso. It'll be really good to beat him today, but I very much doubt that will happen due to where we obviously started on the grid. But anyway, we've got Kevin Magnussen right in front of us now. We set our personal best lap for the race for the Russian Grand Prix. As you can see now, opening up DRS. And we're going to overtake Kevin Magnussen here. We're going to put it up into 8th gear. Will we be able to outbrake him going down to turn 1? Indeed we have, and we are now up into P9. Next on our hit list is Valtteri Bottas. Then I believe it is Button. Then it is the Force India of Nico Hülkenberg. But as you can see now, going through this really fast-flowing sort of turn 3, I really do like that really good left-hander there. As you can see, sort of forcing Bottas out wide slightly. Freddie wasn't too happy about that for some reason, probably because Bottas was a little bit aggressive coming back onto the track. But anyway, skipping on to lap 8, I believe some of the AI will be pitting in the snap, and I think Button and Hülkenberg will be coming into the pit. You can see both the drivers diving into the pit lane. I believe Magnussen's actually staying out, and so is Bottas by the looks of it. Our teammate Fernando Alonso is coming into the pit lane. Obviously, we are staying out for another 2 laps as we are on the prime tyres for this first stint. Then obviously we have those 2 option stints at the end. I think really what we've got to hope to do is try and overcut these guys, although I think it will be difficult because we are on a worn set of prime tyres, and I think most of the AI will be on a fresh set of options. As you can see now, into the pits for our first pit stop of the day. Alonso crossed the line now, and he is going to go up into P5, and we're down to P6, putting on the option tyres now. And that was a good stop, a 3.7 second pit stop there. And I think we may rejoin just behind Hülkenberg, Button and Magnussen, possibly Bottas as well, because I think, as you can see there, Hülkenberg already ahead of us, and as you can see, so is Button and Magnussen. They're going to get ahead of us. You can see, skipping a bit later on, we've got Button and Magnussen just battling just ahead of us there. That was literally just as we came out of the pits, and we just take advantage of that because Magnussen went for a move on Button, backed out as the AI do, and we took full advantage of that, and we are now up into P8. As you can see later into the lap now, we've got Jens Button ahead of us. We have DRS. We're going to shift up into 8th gear, and we're going to overtake him round the outside here, going into this next corner, and we are now up into P7 now to catch up Nico Hülkenberg, who has pulled away by quite a bit actually. As you can see now, skipping on to lap 12, I think we're going to set a fastest lap here, a 1 minute 41.2. That is definitely a good lap time, and that really does show that Freddie is being, well, is quite competitive at the moment. But however, we've got to get past Hülkenberg first before we think about any driver ahead. I believe the next car ahead of Hülkenberg is Fernando Alonso. As you can see now, just behind Hülkenberg, we just almost go for the move there, but we just had to back out, and good on Hülkenberg there for not turning into us, although he sort of did, but good on Freddie for really backing out and ensuring that there was no contact made there. But anyway, we've got Hülkenberg ahead of us now. I think we may have DRS on him going onto the pit straight. As you can see, we're right behind him here, although he may actually make a move already here. As you can see, going up the inside, and we've actually made the move stick. What an absolutely fantastic move there from Freddie Gray. A brilliant move at the penultimate corner. I bet Nico Hülkenberg wasn't really expecting that, but as you can see now, skipping on to lap 18, Alonso actually sort of pulled away from us, so unfortunately I think the best we can hope for today is 6th position, but who knows, anything can happen in Formula 1 as Alonso does cross the line now, and he is now ahead of us. As you can see, onto the option tyres now, we did pull away from Hülkenberg quite a bit, so I think really we'll just be on our own for this final stint unfortunately, but who knows. As you can see now, that looks like the fourth engine mechanics are out. I believe that's for Sergio Perez. I think Hulkenberg's already pitted, but you can see Magnussen in now. But I think we're going to rejoin way ahead of Hulkenberg. I think the gap to Hulkenberg was about 4 seconds before we pitted. As you can see now, he is behind us. I'm not sure whereabouts he is on track. I think he is about a few seconds behind us. We might be able to see him on the mini-map any second now. It's going into turn 1, and yes, there he is. You can see now, skipping on to lap 22, we were catching up Alonso at quite a rate actually, because we were on the option tyres, and he was on the prime tyres. You can see going purple there. And as you can see now, we've caught up to Jules Bianchi. We're going to try and lap him, although he's just dawdling on the apex there, dawdling on the racing line, and that does distract us a little bit, but I don't think that cost us too much time. But as you can see now, skipping on to lap 26, we're catching up with Alonso massively, and look at that, he just ran wide out of absolutely nothing. A huge AI mistake there, something that I've really never ever seen before. But as you see now, we've got a brilliant chance here of actually getting Alonso, but at this point our tyres had gone off quite a bit. Nothing really happened in between me lapping Bianchi and Alonso running wide, so there wasn't really much point in showing you. So sorry for skipping forward quite a bit, but anyway, we've got Alonso right ahead of us now, and if we get a good exit out of this corner, we may have a good chance of overtaking him with DRS. As you can see there on that graphic, our tyres are pretty dead. As you can see now, right behind Alonso, we're going to open up DRS now, and are we going to make the move? We're shifting up to 8th gear. We might just go up the inside of Fernando Alonso here. Fantastic stuff up the inside, but all Alonso is trying to defend. We're going to overtake him now, and we are now up into 5th position. Fantastic stuff on the final lap here. We have overtaken our teammate, and we have gone from the back of the grid to 5th position. What a drive. And also to beat our teammate Fernando Alonso as well, as Lewis Hamilton has won the Grand Prix, and we are going to come home for 5th position in the inaugural Russian Grand Prix. Fantastic stuff, and what a fantastic race from Freddie there. Absolutely brilliant. As you can see, 2 retirements there, Sittel and Hulkenberg. Unfortunate for Nico Hulkenberg in the end, as he was running quite well, but as you can see there, just behind Ricciardo, actually only 10 seconds, as you can see there, in the Drivers' Championship now. We are quite a way behind Ricciardo. We're over 50 points behind him, so I think 6th position will be the highest we can really finish in this Drivers' Championship. But who knows, once again, anything can happen in Formula 1. As for the Constructors, we are on 296 points, and I think we'll be staying 3rd in that championship, unless we can somehow catch up Red Bull, and Red Bull have some bad races. Let's hope that me and Fernando can do that in the coming races. As you can see now, Freddie is celebrating now with his team on a great result from the back of the grid. But anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.